in the last video, I laid out how to outline an essay and we talked through a question. I put in my claim and my main ideas. In this video, I'm going to go back into the book and find some evidence. So for my claim, I said that when Jem tells Scout that acting like a girl is mortifying, he implies that being a girl is not as good as being a boy. Scout reacts defensively and disagrees with Jem's pronouncement. So for body paragraph 1, I said Jem tries to embarrass Scout into doing what he wants by insulting her gender. Now, I need to go into the book and find a quote to prove that that is true. So on page 42, it says, I'll put the quote here, Jem looked at me furiously, could not decline, ran down the sidewalk, then dashed in and retrieved the tire. So if I were writing a full paragraph, I would then go on to explain this quote by saying that Jem wanted Scout to get the tire, but he wound up getting it himself, and then he insulted her. But for now, I'm just going to put the quote because I just want to remember it for when I do go back. And I'm going to put my author and my page number to show where I got it from. Second body paragraph, Scout reacts defensively. So now I need to find a quote that shows that Scout reacted to Jem defensively. Again, I'm going to go back into the book, and on page 42, right after he says the "you act so much like a girl" quote, Scout says, there was more to it than he knew, but I decided not to tell him. And again, I'm going to put the author and the page number. And if I were going to explain, I would say that Scout doesn't feel like going into all the details about it right now, but she isn't happy about it. I would say something along those lines. Finally, for body 3, I need some evidence showing that Scout has no female role models. This one's a little trickier because she doesn't talk about it in the scene. So I'm going to have to go even further back in the book. I'm thinking of finding where it talks about her mom dying. So all the way back on page 6, it talks about how Scout lives with her family. And it says, we lived in, that's not typing. We lived on the main residential street in town. Atticus, Jem, and I. Now, there's a whole lot of text between the quote that I want and the next quote that I want, so I'm going to put a ... here to show that I'm skipping a bunch, and I'm going to put, our mother died when I was 2. And again, I'm going to put my author and my page number. This is from page 6. And so this quote shows that she lives with her father and her brother and that she doesn't have a mother. So it proves that she doesn't have any female role models. So this is part 2 of how to outline an essay. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Remind.